What's up, YouTube? We're live for Hughie Fury against Chris Norrad. Chris Norrad just into the ring here. He's a 35-year-old Canadian, and he's a ranking of 369th in the world as per BoxRec. He is undefeated, um, but just not expecting a lot from this guy, to be honest. I know they're saying they want to step it up in quality. I wouldn't say this is stepping it up, but again, it's just a comeback fight, we'll see what happens. But I personally think there's better fights out there that Hughie Fury could be taking. I know they want to get him back up to world level straight away, um, and this is probably just to get the ring rust off. But I wouldn't say this is going to do anything other than just to build his confidence, because I'm sure he's going to outclass this guy if I had to bet on it. And as I said before, I am not a betting man. But yeah, so we're going to see what happens. It's Hughie Fury just coming to the ring now. We're going to see what he can do in this fight. If it was me, I'd be saying, "What's the rush? What's the rush, Hughie Fury?" But again, I know they want to get him straight up there, straight into world title fights, and that's what they're looking to do there. So we'll see. We'll see what the case is, and any second now he's just getting ready to come into the ring. It's free, obviously, on Channel 5. Anyone wants to watch it there, prefer to watch it there, then listen to me. But if you want to listen with the sound down and listen and watch it on Channel 5, then you have the best of both worlds. But yeah, Hughie Fury just coming in now. Um, no sign of Tyson Fury, obviously. Still don't know what actually happened there between the two of them. I know Tyson Fury left his uncle. Hopefully, that's as far as it went. I still don't see. I've never heard any animosity or bad comments between either of them for each other or the families. So I imagine it's just a clear case of he wanted a different trainer and that didn't go down too well. But they're still family. Um, yeah. So obviously, as I said, they want to get him back into contention straight away. You know, I'd be saying, what's the rush? Why not start him off with go down the line of going through all the belts? Tyson Fury did it. He's only 24. There's absolutely no rush. Why can't he do it? I would start him off again if you can get his papers in order to qualify. I'd start him off with the Irish title. I know I am Irish, so I can say this. I know it doesn't mean a lot to many people, but if he fought somebody like big sexy Turner, um, that to me would be a good fight. I think it's big sexy is something like 80th. I had it written down on my notes here, but I just can't find it at the moment. I think Sean Turner's around the 80 mark in world rankings. So this guy here is 369th. So clearly, Big Sexy will be a much better fight if you ask me. Come back and get it for the Irish title. And if he was to win, which I'm sure he would, he could build up. There's no rush. The world titles aren't going to be around anytime soon. They're not going to have any availability to fight for any of those world titles. So like Wilder's sewn up, Joshua's sewn up, and Tyson Fury's sewn up. So there's going to be, obviously he's not going to fight Tyson anyway. But there's no chance of fighting for a world title anytime soon. So what's the point in rushing? He's only 24. He's all the world champions. Joshua Fury 30 mark, and Wilder is 33. So in theory, he has a good 6 years before he's up to that. Obviously, I wouldn't hang around 6 years. He's not that far off. But if it was me, I'd go the Irish title route. Then I go the English title route, the British title route that he already had. But he could fight for the Irish title against Sean Turner. Then for the English, British, and Commonwealth against the winner of Joe Joyce and Daniel Dubois, if that fight happens around the end of March, end of the summer, then Hughie Fury possibly could fight them by the end of the year. And then again, there's no rush, so why would he not go for the European title? They're all good fights as well. Like, so if he wants, he has to fight somebody in between these world title fights. So why not get a few belts behind them? The European guy is 26, so again another good ranking. Ajit Caballel, he's French, I believe, and he's also unbeaten. Then he could easily then fight a contender, or again by next summer. I still don't think there'll be a chance of a world title for him, but he could easily fight somebody, like Dillian White, or I don't know, somebody, Michael Hunter, somebody at the top guys. Anyway, just to make it easy on everybody, both Hughie Fury and Chris Norrad are wearing black shorts. But again, if you need to know who is who, an easy way to differentiate, other than the names written on the shorts, is Hughie Fury is skinny, Chris Norrad is not. And if they were speaking, it's Chris Norrad with a Canadian accent. Also, another giveaway is possibly Chris Norrad is going to get hit a lot more than Hughie Fury. So they're telltale signs to just so you're not tricked by the black shorts and black shorts, but and black shoes. They both have black shoes and possibly white socks. So they're just making it easy. But yeah, first round just started now. Nothing meaningful happened. Hughie, oh, nice from Hughie. I just want to say my prediction is, let's say before he started landing these bombs, 5 rounds, Chris Norrell will be gone. But Hughie started off with some good strong punches, so possibly not even within the next 5 rounds, possibly a lot sooner. But Hughie dodging the punches there, and now he's letting Chris Norrell back him in. Chris Norrell now has a good record. He's undefeated. He has boxed 17 times. He's won 8 by knockout. Not great knockout ratio, but obviously it's heavyweight, so anyone can get knocked out. And Hughie Fury has won 21 times, 11 knockouts, and he's just knocking Chris Norrad the back of the head over the ropes. Chris Norrad pointing to the back of his head, but he could be pointing anywhere really, because he's just kind of going, this guy's hitting me in the face. I thought this was a fighting contest. But yeah, as I said, Hughie Fury 21. Oh, he's unloading here now. It looks like if Hughie just really unloads here, that this fight could be over fairly quickly. So it's a minute and a few seconds left in the first round, and it's all Hughie Fury as expected. This guy not putting up much of a fight again. Hughie Fury's ranking is 19th in the world, and this guy is 369th. So quite a big difference between the two here. They want to step him back up to world title contention. This guy's nowhere near it. So, I don't blame them for coming back with an easy fight. But even though the guy is undefeated, he shouldn't be. Oh, Hugh Fury laying in. One to the head, one to the ribs. And Chris Norrad. Oh, another one to the ribs and another one. Oh, the referee stepping in there. And a very good start here for Hughie Fury. It's let me know what you think yourselves, if you're watching it live. As I said, if it was me, I would say, what's the rush? There's no rush, absolutely no rush. And I would start off with the Irish title, then against Big Sexy, who's got a good ranking. And then I would go, English, British, and Commonwealth. And again, uh, that could be possibly done in one fight, and then European title. That would take him into 3 good enough fights about a year later, and then he would then we would all know where the actual top guns are with titles and obligations and voluntaries and mandatory fights. As I said, I don't think any of the top three are going to be. Well, again, he's limited to just Joshua or Wilder if they're still the champions, of course, because he's not going to fight Tyson Fury. But yeah, easily the first round there to Hughie, um, and it looked like a. It looked like he wasn't even switched into first gear there, but if he did switch into first gear, I can only imagine it's not going to take long to knock this guy out. The guy already doesn't want to get out of his chair, out of his stool, and he is being sent to the neutral corner here. And yeah, here we go. Second round. Hughie again, maybe getting told to calm it down there a bit because he wants to get the rounds in. Um, that's the only reason I gave it 5 within 5. But yeah, it doesn't even look like he's waiting. Oh, and then he's got him against the ropes here. And nothing coming back from Chris Norrad, but it just feels like Hughie is going to unleash at any moment, and Chris Norrad is going to go over like a tree, which is ironic because he is a lumberjack apparently from Canada. But fair play to him coming the whole way from Canada. Again, it's probably going to be the peak of his career because he hasn't fought anyone to date, anyone of note. But no offense to him. It's there's levels, and you know, at 369th in the world, he's just covering up here now again. Hughie popping shots off at will. There's nothing really coming back anyway. Going to bother Hughie Fury. He just has to be careful because another shot to the rib there from Hughie Fury, and yeah, as I said, he just needs to be careful that he doesn't just completely dismiss this guy and keep his guard smart, but he hasn't got hit and he's dipping and diving and dodging, and yeah, he's doing a great. Oh, another right hand there and another right hand. It's all right hand. He's setting it up with the left, and then he's just coming in with bombs on the right. Oh, there he goes. That's it. He's back of the head now. It was definitely back of the head, but Chris Norrad's gone down, and it almost looked like he was going out. But hopefully he does get up. Oh no, the refs called it. Oh, that's a terrible decision if you ask me. The ref should have let it go on. It was possibly the back of the head, and their corner man is saying it was the back of the head as well. But yeah, Hughie. Again, it's not Hughie's fault, but it was something that it was back of the head. The guy got up, should have been let go on, and you can't blame Hughie. He's looking a bit embarrassed, like he wanted more out of it. But the guy was obviously just getting ready to die. When Hughie hit him there, he just kind of froze, like he was about to go unconscious, and then he just went down on his knee. But he was getting hurt. He was getting battered. So obviously, it's best for him that he's not going to get absolutely destroyed here tonight. But an early night for Hughie. You see there, he just knocks him in the back of the head, and he goes down very slow, and that's possibly the reason. But he did catch him at the back of the head. It was 100% at the back of the head, and Hughie even stepped off, which is nice of him. But you shouldn't be doing that in boxing. You should be going in for the kill, because if it's kill or be killed, and he just didn't. That's my one criticism, possibly, of Hughie. He just seems like too much of a nice guy, you know. If that was somebody else, they'd be throwing in the extra punch just to kill the guy off. No, I mean metaphorically kill him off. Uh, I know that's terrible to say because there is serious injuries in boxing, but it's kill or be killed. You gotta step in and do the business. And if you hesitate, then it could come back to bite you. And obviously not tonight against Chris Norrad. And again, nothing to do with Chris Norrad. He was outclassed, completely outclassed. I'd say that's the main reason the ref stepped in. That it was just a one-sided affair from the very first round. But yeah, it's already over here. It's Hughie Fury and KO in round 2, but again, it was, in my estimation, punched the back of the head, and the guy did get up in time, but the ref just waved it off. So, if anything, Hughie looks a bit, disappointed, and sorry for Chris Norrad as well. Chris Norrad was outclassed, but he should have been let continue on there. It was only he did beat the count. He did get hit at the back of the head, and he did beat the count. So you know the ref really should have let that go on. But I guess the ref was just stepping in to say this was a complete mismatch. But Chris Norrad did get up. He did want to get up. Again, Hughie Fury, in my opinion, just needs a bit more of a killer instinct in his fights because although he completely outclassed this guy and smashed him, he did hurt the guy, and the guy was on his way down, and he still didn't go in with the killer punches. Some people might say, yeah, they weren't necessary, and that's true, but it's kill or be killed in boxing. You got to go for the absolute. If you're gonna have a bit of sympathy for people, then it's possibly not the right sport for you because you're probably gonna get hurt yourself at some stage down the line. You gotta treat it like the other person's there to do you damage, so you gotta get them out of there, and you gotta do everything so the ref steps in. Now, obviously, the ref did step in here anyway, but if you ask me, it was an early stoppage by the referee. But yeah, as I said, it was a total mismatch. It was a total mismatch. Hughie Fury 19th in the world, and this guy was 369th. The guy was 35, clearly out of shape. Obviously not a full-time boxer. He was undefeated, but that's it. They were against nobody, so he had nobody on his record. Hughie Fury, again, if I was him or his team, I wouldn't be too happy with that. That was not a great comeback. You would have wanted a bit more rounds to get the ring rust off. But again, nothing you can do with that. Again, and I'm going to be campaigning for this on the internet. I want to see Hughie fight for the Irish title. It's not going to happen, but in my ideal scenario, that would be the perfect situation. Him to fight big, sexy Sean Turner, um, who's around the 80 mark. Fight for the Irish title. No reason he couldn't do it because Tyson also fought and won the Irish title against Rogan in Belfast. And then English, British, and Commonwealth title fight against Daniel Dubois, who is the English title, fighting for the British title. And he's going to fight Joe Joyce. Some stage down the line, they both signed with Frank Warren. And that could be a unified English, British, Commonwealth if they can do the politics and all that. Possibly not. But winner takes it all. So Hughie Fury fights the winner of them maybe in September. No, maybe December, November kind of time. Why not? He's only 24. There's absolutely no chance of him getting a world title anytime soon. I know that's what they're pushing for, but it's not going to happen because all the champions can't fight Tyson Fury because they're cousins. They're not going to do it, even though there's something that went on between the two, the trainer and all that. He just didn't want to be trained by Peter anymore. But they're still family. They're not going to fight each other. Wilder and Joshua all tied up as well, so that's not going to happen. So if it was me, I'd start building him. Take this year that he's not going to get a world title fight anyway. Build up Sean Turner, the winner of the Bois Joyce, Caballel, the French guy for the European title, and then fight somebody like Dylan White or somebody I don't know, Michael Hunter, somebody good, and then the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, if he's still on the winning side of things. Maybe a rematch against Parker would be a good one again, sometime like this time next year, after he fights my dream selection for him. But yeah, anyway, an easy night there for Hughie. Um, we'll see what's next for him. Hopefully, I think he's going to be out in a couple of months, but it was an impressive performance his end. But again, if you ask me, the referee stopped it far too early. Should have let Chris Norrad, but it was only going one way anyway. It was only going to ever end for Hughie Fury win. But yeah, so that's it really. It's the rest of the card. Nothing really shone out at me. There was another fight there, Dilmagany. Probably pronouncing that horribly wrong, and apologise to the guy. But he won. Nice backstory to him. He was training in Mexico. He hasn't fought in England for 5 years. He's a lawyer by trade. went over to Mexico to train in the Mexican gyms. He won against, I think it was a Slovakian guy who was also game. Had only lost 2 fights, and he won that in round 8. Again, he just broke the guy down. He totally outclassed him. That was a good fight. And Mick Hennessy, his own son, was actually fighting on the card earlier. Um, Looks impressive physically, which is amazing when you look at Mick Hennessy. But yeah, his son is 19. Again, he seems to have gone around the scene in the amateur scene. He's fought in England and he moved to Ireland, and he also fought in the Irish scene. Impressive background. He won by points. Started off with 6 rounds as opposed to the usual 4 rounds. But yeah, so that was a good performance by him. So that's it, really. Hughie Fury won by KO in the second round. Referee stoppage, bit early. But anyway, what can you do? Good comeback from Hughie Fury. And again, hopefully, if you agree with me, it would be a good time to start a campaign for somebody like Big Sexy Sean Turner, Dublin lad like myself, and he is with MTK, about 80th, possibly try and get it for the Irish title. And yeah. All right, thanks YouTube. Uh, Enjoyed it, and have a good evening yourselves. And I'll be back next weekend. Cheers. Good luck.